Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's No Bull Beer Reviews. Today, I'm really excited to crack this guy because this is one of the old school classics. This beer was actually highly sought after for people who didn't have distro to Duck Rabbit. Now it's distributed in Pennsylvania, so I can get this even if I'm in Pittsburgh. But I remember this was, I think it was only North Carolina distribution only, probably like 7, 8 years ago. And this was, at least on Rate Beer, which is the website that I used to use all the time, it was the highest rated Baltic Porter for the longest time. So this is kind of like an old school, not whale, but highly sought after beer. So I haven't had this in a while, and I'm really looking forward to revisiting it and seeing if I think it holds up to how good it used to be. So let's see, we got sorry, I guess I should describe the beer. So it's from Duck Rabbit. I'm sure you could tell that by looking at the label. It's their Baltic Porter. So there's no name, it's just Baltic Porter, and it's 9% ABV. So as you can see, it pours a pretty dark brown. I mean, it's almost pitch black with a beige to tan head. Not very big, but it's sticking around a little bit. So see what it tastes like. So like I said, I haven't had this in a really long time, so I don't know what I honestly don't remember what I even thought. I know I liked it, but again, that was compared to what was available way back when. So, but just taking that first sip, it does kind of bring back some memories of what I thought this was going to taste like, because it's really weird. It has this big, thick, silky character to it, but at the same time, it's actually light and easy to drink. If you can imagine a stout or a porter, but not like a lagered one, obviously, which this is. Baltic Porter is a lagered porter. It has, the dark fruit character and a little bit of like dark chocolatey taste and maybe even some coffee taste, but there's literally like no roasted bitterness to it at all. That's what this is. I mean, especially the alcohol is hidden very well. I mean, other than the feel of the body, I would never ever guess that this is as strong as it is, because there's no alcohol heat to it at all. Yeah, I would say it's a good blend of like caramel, dark fruits like raisins and dates, a little bit of dark chocolate, and a little bit of coffee as well. I don't know that when the beer's this big and dark, like there's really no lager qualities. I think the only thing that the lager yeast really brings to the table for these is it just ferments everything so cleanly. There's no rough edges to this at all, and like I said, the alcohol is hidden very well. Yeah, it's not the most mind-blowing beer in the world, but this really is a classic on how good this style can be. But it does still stay true to style too. I mean, I've had Baltic Porters that were basically just like giant imperial stouts. So those really aren't to style, but this still is to style, and it's a great beer. So I'm really glad that I revisited this guy, and this is another one that I found on the bargain bin at Total Wine. It was 50% off. It's normally $3, which is already a steal for this bottle, but it was $1.50 for this, and I honestly can't think of another beer. I mean, there's beers I would rather have if they costed $1.50, but any beer that would possibly ever cost $1.50, I can't imagine being better than this. So it's definitely a steal for sure. Interesting enough too. So you see how there's those numbers, and usually that indicates the year, because it starts here. It goes from 1, which I would assume would be 2001, all the way up to 17. But it skips 13, which I don't know if that's some weird superstition thing, like the elevator doesn't have 13th floor. But I can't imagine, that it's a day or a month, because why would it go from 1 to 17? But the marker on this, it's hard to tell unless someone etched it out incorrectly. It says 12. So I can't imagine that this thing actually sat around for 5 to 6 years. I just can't imagine that. And also, if it did, there's really no signs of oxidation in this at all, which is, so if it actually is that old, that's even more amazing. But maybe it is, and maybe that's why it's so well rounded and it's so smooth to drink. I don't know. But if it is that old, age does not hurt this beer at all. And now I'm considering going to find one, try to find one that has that same date marker on it, to see if I can find one that says 17 and drink that and see what I think. But I don't feel like this is too old to rate. I don't think it's an inappropriate rating, because, to me, it tastes fine. If this is the out-of-the-box flavor, that's great. If it tastes like this one at 6 years old, that's amazing. So, yeah, I don't know if there's really much more to say about this. It's definitely a classic. It's, in my scale of buy, dump, drink, this is absolutely buy for how cheap it is. Like I said, it's not on sale. You can get it for $3 a bottle, which, a lot of things are worth $3 a bottle if you're only buying one to try it. But you will not be disappointed by this at all. So, again, it's like I said, it's not something to trade for, because it's distroed like so many places. I don't think it's across the whole U.S., but it's enough of the east side of the country that, I'm sure if you just happen to be traveling on that side and you go to a good bottle shop, they might have it. So, but if you see it on the shelf, definitely snag it and give it a try, because it's really, really nice. And it's definitely a classic that's still standing up to today's beers as well. So, anyways, I think that's all I got for this guy. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.